Hey guys, this is Sheet134. Welcome to another showcase video. Today I'm showing you my custom LEGO Thor Ragnarok minifigures. Well, I guess 4 minifigures and whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, so let's get on with it. So, first up, obviously, I'm going to the main character, Thor. His hair was just this sleepy hair that I painted in its own color. And then the head was the regular Lego head. I just painted on the black marks on the eyes and going all the way down. The cape was a cut up Lego dark red cape that I glued onto his shoulder. So yeah. The torso was Lego's torso, and I painted all the details. Ignore any background sounds. Like the red right there and the gold for the plates and strap, and I did the markings continuing down his torso and onto his skirt and legs, or whatever it is, I don't know, I'm just gonna call it skirt, and also on his shoulder pad, which is actually from the Lego Star Wars Inquisitor minifigure. I took it off of his armor and I sanded it and stuff, and I glued it on there, and boom. And I even painted on a little strap right there to represent that strapped onto his arm. I painted on his bracelets on these fleshy arms. So yeah. And even continuing down on his wrists. Yep, and no changes to the hands besides that. Sword's gonna be last. The legs were Lego's legs. I cut up. I'm just gonna take off the swords. For now. Were Lego's legs. I cut up Lego cape. A Lego cape. Oh, excuse me. I burp. Yeah. And I painted it in my own colors. Dark gray and silver. And the blue, a little bit of blue right there. And the brown. So, yeah. And I painted on the boots. All the way around. Pretty much no changes to the back of the torso besides this little bit red right there. And boom. Now, the swords were actually, both are the same, pretty much. They were Lego, gold samurai swords, ninja swords or whatever. I painted on the dark red on the handles and stuff. Then I cut up action figure plastic in the right, shape. Painted it blue and then painted on the details in light gray. Same thing on the other side. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for Thor. Next up, just get him over with, I'm just going to do Bruce Banner. This is Lego's Bruce Banner. I painted the hair my own black color. Head, no changes. Torso, I painted on the white shirt and the skin. Continuing all the way down. And then this like red dot that he has on this torso, on his shirt. I don't know. No changes to the arms or hands besides the dots on the back of the arms. And no changes to the back of the torso. And the legs are just regular black legs that came with the minifigure. I just painted on his shoes based off of the pop vinyl shoes. I think it looks pretty cool. And yeah. That's pretty much it for him. And also, I just realized, for Thor, I also have his gladiator helmet, which was just Legos, and I painted all the details you see there. Continuing all the way around. Yeah. And I also, one more accessory for him. I have a lot of accessories to these figures, just so you know. I have this Surtur skeleton head. I think it was really cool. I have the nose and the teeth painted on. I molded in the inside. This was a Lego Atlantean, Justice League Atlantean cowl that I sanded, just so you know. Then I painted on that, the ridges. I tried my best to mold the horns, and it turned out pretty well, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I actually had to sand a little bit on the sides of it to make it more accurate. I can't focus there. To make it more accurate to an actual skull, which had one disturbing moment where I had to look up the size of an actual skull. But it's worth it. Looks good. Yeah. Next up, Hela. Now, she was not very fun to make. The hair was just a Lego Thor Ragnarok's hair. Yeah. The head was Lego's head. I repainted the eyeshadow right there. That's all I changed to that side of the head. Then the side head, I did that. Kind of hard to explain. You'll see when I put on her headdress. But I'll do that actually right now. On the other side of her head. And yeah, it looks like that. And the details on it. The headdress. Yeah. That's pretty much it. The headdress does not work, however, with the other side of the head because I didn't feel like doing all the details because it seems like half the movie she's just gonna have not very much of a headdress, just her hair and stuff. So I didn't want to ruin that face and make her not able to have hair. See, I'm just gonna take off that. Just a dark green cape like she has in the movie. Say the sword. Was a Lego Hobbit sword. I painted the details, cut out the plastic just like Thor's. And yeah. This was Legos again. And I painted on I repainted most of the details on the front of the torso and back of the torso. I painted on the skin on the top of the torso and shoulders. Painted on all the details you see here on the arms. I try to make it as identical as possible on the other arms. And then I painted on all the details you see on the legs, including a little bit on the bottom of her feet. You see there. And yeah. Even a little bit right there on her legs. So yeah, that's pretty fun to do, actually. Yeah. It was actually pretty fun, surprisingly. Seeing how complex it was. And yeah, this is what she looks like. And boom, that's pretty much it for Hela. Surtur, my final minifigure. Of them all. I'm just gonna move this mess away. Okay, Surtur. I've got this transparent, orange minifigure. It's not actually Legos. I got off of eBay from a random seller. You should definitely check them out if you can find them. And they have a whole bunch of translucent minifigures. But yeah, and I painted on all the details on the arms and legs, trying to get it identical to the Lego minifigure skeleton guy. To make it identical to the Lego skeleton. I'm not trying to make it realistic here, but yeah, and I painted all the details you see there on the back and all that. Yep. And then on the front, I molded on the whole skeleton head and the horns, which I'm not very proud of. I might redo them someday, but I'm not sure. I painted on the eyes, which I'm really proud about. And this looked a lot better before I painted it. Just so you know, because the horns, they just kept on falling down and all that. So if it weren't for the horns, this would look a lot better. But when I painted on the nose and the teeth, and then since I had so much glue trying to get those stupid horns, I painted in the orange for like a flame effect to cover up the glue, and I think it looks pretty good. A good cover up, just so you know. And yeah, that's pretty much it for him. And now finally, the Hulk. Okay. This guy was a Lego minifigure flashlight that I took out the batteries in the back. I molded on the front of the torso and the back of the torso. I sanded the legs so that the paint would scrape off. And then I painted all of this. I also molded on the hair, but not the size of the hair. I painted on all that. I tried to make the face and the torso and back of the torso identical to the Age of Ultron Lego Hulk minifigure, because those details are pretty good. And then the front of the legs were based off of that one shot in like the second trailer when they're all standing together. But the sides and back and insides, which I'll show you in a second, were all my being improvised. Yeah, as you can see there. I chose to make not Gladiator Hulk, but this version of Hulk in the movie, because this is my first ever Hulk. And I'm probably not going to make another one for a while. And I don't feel like making a Gladiator Hulk with all the armor and stuff. It's not lazy, it's just my first Hulk. I just want to make it look as much like the classic Hulk as I could. And plus, he's gonna look like this basically in Infinity War next year. So why make 2 Hulks and you can only make 1 for the same 2 movies? So yeah, saving effort. Yeah, really proud of how the face turned out. Looks really good. Toes, yep, hands and stuff. Pretty self-explanatory. Looks pretty good. Alright, so that's pretty much it for my final Marvel, like, big Marvel movie review of the year. Pretty early, too. I'm just gonna set up, like, beaten minifigures. My next one will be, Black Panther, February next year. Or maybe a little earlier, just like this showcase. But, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.